Hello guys and welcome back to my channel! Today I want to make a review of the anime Death Parade. I finished watching it yesterday. I really wanted to make a review because it's just so amazing. Every time I watch such a good anime, I'm like, I'm so glad they exist and I'm so glad that I'm watching such kind of stuff. Maybe I can spoil you in this video a little bit, depends on how afraid you are of spoilers. You just have to decide. Let's just begin with the basics and the plot. So the basics are that it is produced by Madhouse in 2015, and actually this is based on the short film Death Billiard, which was actually created in 2013. The genre is more like a psychological and fantasy thing, so it's really about psychological capacities. It has 12 episodes in total. I thought there were more, but only 12, only one season, and each of them is 20 minutes long. After people die, they get to a very mysterious bar, which is called Quindecim. And first of all, they actually don't know that they're dead. They're just really confused. They don't remember anything. And in this bar, they meet a certain barkeeper, and this barkeeper wants them to play a game. Standard stuff like darts, cards, video games, or bowling. And usually there are two people during this game. The barkeeper is the judge here, decides which of the two guys comes to hell or to heaven. And actually hell is meant like there's this nothingness, emptiness where your soul comes and stays forever there. Or heaven, actually not really heaven, but rather reincarnation. So whether you go to nothing or you reincarnate again. And actually it's not the result of the game whether the one has won or lost, but rather the behavior of the players during the game. If they're greedy, if they want the other player to lose. Before the game actually starts, the barkeeper, so the judge, gets the information and the memories of the people who died and actually knows about their lives, and sometimes uses this certain memories to make an extreme route of the game, so to put some memories of their lives into the people's brain so they act in a certain way, and so that's how he decides at the end. And one day a young girl comes to this bar, and actually she was just a human being who died, but Nuna, the chief of the judges, thinks that she should be a helper of the barkeeper Dekim. Dekim is here the main barkeeper, which has the focus in the story. She doesn't remember anything. She doesn't even know her name. Usually the people remember their names at least, but she doesn't know anything, and she becomes the helper of Dekim and learns how his job works. I will just say that she is a special case. That's why she's actually the first one who is able to be a helper of Dekim, because other times this plan failed. So, and after she learns how Dekim's job works, she finds that this is quite cruel and that the way he judges upon the people's fate is not right. She has still her human emotions and this ratio and empathy. As the judges don't have things like emotions, or are not supposed to have things like emotions, Dekim develops into another direction thanks to her later on. And as they actually never die and so never live, in her opinion, it doesn't make sense for him to have the right to judge about people's lives. He was kind of really systematically, because he is not supposed to have things like emotions, he just does how it has to be done without thinking of exceptions or the people's feelings and all that and why. And sometimes he just doesn't understand why people say things which actually are not real to save another person. So this is the case in the first episode, but you know, this complexity of people, he doesn't understand that, but she does. She kind of gives him all the hints, and that's how he also develops throughout the story. Yeah, but soon this girl begins to remember who she is and who she was, and that she can't stay forever where she is right now at the Quindecim, because she's also just a human soul, and every human soul after a certain time has to whether go to heaven or to hell. Things got really tough at the end. I'm not going to say more about this. That would spoil the whole story. That's not interesting. But you got the main idea of the anime. So let's begin with my pro and con list, as I always do it. I will just start with the negative points because there's only one thing. It was too short. It was really too short. Like these 12 episodes were not sufficient for me. Especially because the episodes, usually they're like always when you calculate out the endings and the openings, you have like 22 minutes or 21 watching time in total, like really watching time. Here it was like episodes themselves were like only 22.5 minutes, and so you only actually had 20 or even less minutes to watch. The episodes kind of, they just flew by so fast, and I just started an episode and it was over already, and that's just really sad. And really only 12 episodes. I usually thought there is a second season, but there is not, which was disappointing. Because of that, at times I felt like things in the story were too fast for me or not explained in the way I'd like to have it. I would have been happy if there were more details and just a bit longer episodes or some more episodes. That would have been really great. But now we come to the things I like. First of all, the story is just amazing. I like the story, I like the genre. It was not this kind of slice of life thing that I watched recently, so I was really glad that I had this change of genre. Also, the drawing style was not that bad actually. I was at the first time confused, but then later on I realized that this is actually a really elegant drawing style that I used there. Also, the amount of thrill and compassion that is really the amount you need. It's not like I was crying all the time, but I really felt this empathy at the end. I was also kind of crying a little bit. I'm sorry if you hear some noises, but my nephew is going crazy right now, as he always does. I'm sorry for that if you hear some kind of kid screaming. Yeah, the amount of emotionally loaded scenes, I think they managed really well. And what I really like is the development of the characters. So all the characters themselves were also really defined and clear, and especially the main characters were just nice. I liked the creation of the characters, but the development of the main characters, especially Daekim, is just amazing. I think I've never felt so much development of a character in an anime. Even in animes where it's actually obvious that people change, that a macho playboy becomes the best and kindest man and most understanding father or whatever. Here it was kind of, it was just amazing. I can't describe it, but when you see that a person that does not have or is not supposed to have emotions wants to have emotions, at the end has these emotions and experiences that with the whole heart. I don't know, I really like this. I really liked the development of the characters. You just develop yourself as well, and it was just interesting to watch Daekim realizing that what he's doing is not right, and how he reacted and what he wanted to change by himself and all. It was just amazing. It was just amazing. Yeah, that's actually all I can say to that. It was just so nice, but it was too short. Like, it came and it was gone right away. I just recommend watching it, really. It's just a masterpiece that you can get yourself whenever you don't have enough time, in this case maybe, to watch an anime, or yeah, feel down and you just want to get your mind to another place, to something else. That's the best thing. Oh my gosh. Now my niece is coming in. Hey! Now I actually have 2 kids in my room which don't want me to end this video. That's why I just say, if you like this video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and we'll see each other next time. Goodbye! They don't get what I'm doing. You see it. Goodbye.